Welcome to A Vibe Above, your space for deep healing, vibrant energy, and powerful transformation. Here, we explore holistic wellness, sound healing, mindset shifts, and the path to your future self. Every episode is designed to help you tap into the wisdom of your body, elevate your energy, and expand into the version of you that feels fully aligned. Through ancient practices, modern insights, and grounded guidance, you'll uncover the tools that create lasting change, inside and out. You're here to rise, to heal, and to step boldly into the life that's waiting for you. So let's dive in. Hi everyone, and welcome back to A Vibe Above. I'm your host, Dawn Ranieri, and I just want to wish you all a happy new year and a bright 2026. So before we begin, let's just pause for a moment. Nothing intentional or structured, but let's just take a breath. January tends to arrive with a lot of expectation attached to it. Even when no one says it out loud, there's this sense that something should feel different now. Like things should be clearer and lighter and more motivated. And sometimes that does happen. But very often, January shows up very quietly and with tiredness still in the body, with reflection still happening, and with a sense that something is shifting, but not quite ready to move yet. And if that's where you are, I want to say this clearly and early on. There is nothing wrong with you. The calendar may have changed, but your system doesn't work that way. Your body doesn't just reset because the date flipped. And today, I want to talk why that matters and why the idea of a New Year reset can actually pull us farther away from real change instead of towards it. Every year, we're handed the same message. This is the moment to start over, to set goals, improve ourselves, to become a newer version of who we were 12 months ago. On the surface, that sounds hopeful. But underneath it, there's often pressure. Quiet pressure that says, you should know what you want by now, or you should be ready to move. What we don't talk about enough is that the end of the year is often a time of completion. Emotionally, energetically, and sometimes physically too. You're not just closing a chapter. You're integrating everything that chapter asked of you. And integration takes time. It takes space, and it also takes honesty. So when goals are created before that intention has happened, they often feel heavy right from the start. Not because they're wrong, but because the body hasn't caught up yet. I see this pattern consistently. People don't struggle because they don't want change. They struggle because they try to create change while they're still recovering from what they've been carrying. They're still holding on to stress, to processing emotions, and still adjusting to how much they've grown. So the goal becomes something that they have to push themselves into instead of something that supports them. And when motivation fades, they assume they failed. But more often than not, the issue wasn't commitment. It was timing. The body is incredibly honest. When it's not ready, it tightens. It resists. It drains energy instead of generating it. That resistance isn't something to fight. It's information worth listening to. Here's something that can be really grounding to remember. Your body has its own sense of timing. Your nervous system moves in rhythms that don't align neatly with months or seasons. Readiness doesn't usually feel loud or urgent. It feels steady, supportive. There's often a sense of calm clarity rather than excitement or pressure. Pressure feels different. It comes with urgency, with tension, with the sense that you need to hurry before you fall behind. So when you're thinking about your goals right now, one simple question can tell you a lot. Does this feel like relief, or does it feel like pressure? If it feels like pressure, it doesn't mean the goal is wrong. It may simply mean it's not time. And honoring that timing is not avoidance, it's self-trust. Instead of starting the year by asking, what should I accomplish this year? You might ask, who am I becoming? And what supports that version of me? That question shifts everything. It moves you out of proving and into aligning. It invites curiosity instead of judgment. And it allows goals to emerge naturally rather than forcing them into place. When you lead with who you're becoming, the choices you make start to feel more coherent. You're no longer trying to fix yourself. You're supporting your own evolution. And that kind of change tends to last. There's a misconception that alignment always feels exciting, that it should come with motivation, clarity, and momentum all at once. In reality, alignment often feels calm. It feels more settling, like a decision that doesn't require convincing. It doesn't demand constant effort, nor does it need you to push. It gives back more than it takes. This is why sustainable growth usually starts quietly. It builds from steadiness, not urgency. This is where future self-work becomes deeply supportive. Your future self isn't standing somewhere ahead of you, waiting for you to catch up. They're not judging your pace or measuring your progress. They understand that becoming happens gradually, in layers, with rest and recalibration along the way. When you connect with that version of yourself, there's often a sense of permission. Permission to slow down, to wait, and permission to begin when it actually feels right. That permission alone can change how you move through this year. Let's pause together for a moment. And if you can, place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Take a slow inhale through your nose, then an easy long exhale through your nose. Notice your body where it is right now, without feeling like you need to fix or adjust anything. Gently ask yourself, what am I ready for now? Let whatever comes up be enough. When you're ready, just take one more breath. I want to leave you with this. You are not behind. You do not need to rush your becoming. And you don't need to reset your life just because the year changed. Real change happens when your system feels supported, not when it feels pushed. You are allowed to begin when it feels right. You're allowed to move at your own pace. And you're allowed to let alignment lead. Remember, 2026 doesn't need to be forced. It needs to be felt. Thanks for being here with me and for choosing a more compassionate way forward. As we move into this new year of podcasting, I'll be sharing some more of these types of conversations, but I'm also going to be bringing on some wonderful people so that you can learn how they go through their life with clarity and calm. You also learn from people that are creating wonderful things for our youth, for adults, so that you can see that there's always different opportunities than what we're sometimes given. Things that are more holistic, more healthy for you. And as we are in 2026, the year of new beginnings, this is a time to really look at what's been healthy and what's made you happy in 2025 so that you can bring that forward and release what hasn't so that you can find a different way to make this the most happy, healthiest, abundant year moving forward. I'll see you in the next episode. And until then, take care of your energy, trust your timing, and keep rising above. Many blessings.